Day 24 of 30, we create the studio section and the mega menu. Now, the mega menu is included in the design file. Anyway, let's keep that. So the interaction would be that when you hover on the navigation bar, that's the nav items, rather, the links, the mega menu should open. Make it responsive on all devices. Use whatever works for you. In this case, it can be Claude, it can be Codex, whatever it is that works for you, use it, right? Now let's design. So this is the design, right? And then this is the Figma design 30-day challenge from day 1 down to day 24. And these are the nav items. So I will just copy this too and use the plugin Figma to HTML. Copy them. Okay, copied, and I'll head back to my Framer, right? And I will paste them. I'll just drag them outside. Good. Now, we have this. I already have the background installed, like button already. So if you're asking me, oh, how did I bring the background image? One thing you should know is just think like a creative, right? So the way I designed this in Figma, there are two separate items. You would see there's an overlay, which is the one with gradients, the linear, I mean to say, that's covering this image, the one with the square. So I grouped the two of them, and then I exported it as an image and imported it here in Framer. GHD is clear, right? Sharp and clear. So the next thing I will do is this, because my navbar is auto layout already. I will just paste, and I will leave the gap like that, but I will start renaming everything. Oh wow, okay. I don't need to rename anything because I did this already. So now this buttons, right? So now this button, I would, instead of making my button a component, I like using the streak, right? Effects over. Now on over, I like to reduce this. So instead of using a larger value or number, I like to use like 0.5. And then for the shadow, make it inner shadow inside and make this white, and then go back and increase the blur and increase the spread, right? Yeah, you can be creative anyway. You can add another one, but I just like to leave mine like this. And yeah, I think this is better. And I will just take off, like reduce the shadows for this. Just use like 8. Reduce. So this is what we want here. So when I over on this, guys, the guy gives me something like this. Yeah. Okay, and what else? So also I'll do the same thing here. I would do the same thing here. I'll just select everything together. The effects on over, it should give me a sharp, like just the 0.5. Okay, like 0.4. Yeah, same thing. I really don't like this, so I want the one that is going to, I don't like this. I'm just going to take out the effect. I'll just take out the effect and come back to it. I'll come back to it. So for this arrow icon, I would go to icon and use low side, and I'll just drop it inside here. I'll look for our chevron. So what icon size is this? 20. 20, good. And then look for chevron. Here the drop down, and then our font color is A3033. Good. Icon color, I need to see. Right, yeah. If to check icon colors, I will just check, zoom in and double click here. Oh, it's 7B. And then we can immediately create what's it called, our variable here, and just give it our icon color style. So icon color, copy this Please. Oh, before that, let's give our icon a stack. It's going to be Chevron and then fits. You know why? Because we cannot prototype or connect vectors. You have to wrap it in a stack or a frame. Okay, done. So I would copy this and paste it here. The same thing. I don't know why this beep 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 is still showing. Okay, good. Pricing and the rest stays the same. Now if we go back, if you check our guy here, you would see that we have like a fainted color here. I'll do the same thing here. So we do have this, but I would add the blue, the background blue, and I'm going to reduce it to like a 2 and I'll reduce a few to like a 16. Okay, I think this is better. The space, the gap, the pattern, I need to say, I want to, yeah, I think 70 is okay. Because I'm using a larger, anyways, it's going to be the same across all breakpoints, but again, the design says your own approach. If we go back to this place, it's saying, use whatever works for you, keep the same design, or feel free to approach it your own way. So yeah, let's go back and have fun. So we are done here. The next thing we want to do is I am going to make my nav by components so that I can get, because we are making it responsive on all devices, right? And as it is in this place that we're going to be working on the drop down, right? So this is going to be desktop. Yeah, that's going to be desktop. And then we also have the next thing. This is going to be tablet. And then this is going to be the mobile. So we're going to come back to this. Let's make sure we complete this. Now for the next step, I'm going to draw our hero section. I'm not going to give you any color, words and paste. So this is going to be the hero section. So and then our hero section layout, fill, take out the fill color, and we'll leave it this way. Yes, it's already on layout. Let's give you the pattern of 150 at the top, 160 at the top, 70. You guys are going to see why I'm increasing the top padding. I don't think it's padding at the bottom, so I'll just take off the padding at the bottom. So the reason is this: when I make this nav bar fixed, it has to stay one place. It's going to, you can see the hero section here adjusted, right? And the next thing I want to do is add our hero content. So this is going to be the hero contents. First, we need a container wrapper. That's going to wrap everything. Now, container wrapper is going to be fixed, and I like to use 1.5. Right, then fill for now. We are going to take out we're going to fit the height. So we have this. The next thing we want to do is give. So initially, I like to, most times I give this container wrapper the fill, like the paddings rather, as the left and right paddings. So let's just do it. I'm just going to do 150 here. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. 0 and 70. Then I'm going to take out this row section, take out the padding and give this here. Yeah, so that the container wrapper can have this. Then the next thing I want to do is draw hero contents, and I will duplicate this. So this is going to be the image holder. This is going to be text contents. This is going to be the hero content. So the hero content is going to have both the button, this guy, the batch, and every other thing here. So let's change the direction. Direction is going to come down to a vertical, and I'm going to fill these two, take out the fill, and then we can go ahead and fit the height because there's a container wrapping. It's the hero section as well. Let's go ahead and fit the height balanced. Right, so you come here. The next thing we want to do is this. I would copy this first, although you can for people that don't know how to use Framer. So when you have this tool already, right, the next thing you want to do is, so you're going to check what you just brought in. This container has 1, 2, 3, right? Although you can still use one container, one frame to wrap the 3 of them, but you just best, the reason is the spacing, the gap between these two will be different from the gap between these two and this guy here, and also it's going to be different between these 3 and the button, right? That's why it's important to follow the designs that your clients or probably someone else give you, right, or gives you. So it's very important you follow the design and then you stick to it, right? Yeah. So just carry on. Let's carry on. So to do this, just draw a frame, and then this frame is going to be your header slash batch, and then your header slash batch, fill contents, but we can't fill any contents yet because this guy is not, we don't have layout. So let's give it layout, fit content immediately. This guy, let's take out the fill, and then I will bring in our guidance here, paste the batch, right? Yep. And then now this guy, the hero, the header and batch, layout, fit contents, and fill. So this guy, we are going to give him max width, not min width. Let's take that out, max width, because I want it to stay, I don't want it to stretch out. So let's do 700. Yes, perfect. Stay there. And this guy will just be fit like that. Good. Now we've gotten the header and batch, right? We need this guy. So I'll copy this, paste to here. Then where am I pasting it? I'm taking it out of header and batch, bringing this guy up. Wrap these two together and paste it, and then this is going to be the I don't know, what should I give it now? Let's just say content. Now I'll check the speed. This is 16. Click here and let's give it 16 gap. Then this other one is what? 24. Yeah, so let's do 24. Good. Now this as well, we're going to give it max width of, before I set it to fill, max width of 457, and then I'm going to go ahead and fill. It's just going to stay there. Now it's going to be responsive on all devices, but it's still going to stay at this number on all devices as well. Now the next thing I want to do is the button. So this button, copy this, and I'm going to paste it still inside the hero section, right? That's the hero contents. Paste the button here. Now from here to here is 56. The hero contents 56. Right? Yeah. Now again we are going to give it our over, and then before that let's do this. Okay. The shadow inside. Okay, let's do outside. Then the other one should be inside for a. Okay, now let's do over. Now effects, over. Now on over the shadows, I want to increase the spread. I want to do something. Increase the spread to like a 3, and then the y-axis should come down to like a 5, and also the x-axis at the right. Let's take out the blur. Now taking out the blur, we're going to use this color. Just something like this. Just different. But the reason this guy is cutting here is because the overflow is set to clip. We're going to change that. Let's just focus on this. I think this is too big. Let's do a 2, 2, a 2 and a 2. And then let's take this is 2. Okay, yeah. A 2 and a 2. Good. Okay, now we are going to take out the clip here and make it visible. Now if I preview this, yeah, exactly. I love this. This and this. Beautiful, right? Yeah. I feel like this 56 is too wide. 39, yeah. But I'm like, too wide. The 13. Okay, let's just do 40. Yeah, 40 is good. Yeah, we're getting there. Now the next thing we're going to do is the image. This guy has a container. Okay, so let's just bring in the image first. So this is the image wrapper. I'll paste this here. Now right click and add another stack, and then if you check here, this is 10 all through. Now the image, this is the image. The image has a layout, a pattern of 10 all through, right? And then the fill is 262626. Good. And now let's check the corner radius. Corner radius is 32, and then the gap is 8. So I'll do 32, 8 gap, and then a radius of 32. Good. So the inner guy here would be fill and fit image. Perfect. Now the spacing between this and this is 67, so we'll just do it 70. That's the gap, is 70. Perfect, right? And then let's make sure our image holder is set to fill and every other thing works. So image holder should be layout, fit contents. Should we fit the contents? Because this guy is, it's more like it's okay. So I'm not going to fit the contents. We'll leave it like this. But this image should come, the alignment should be at the top. We change the alignment to the top, and then the image should be on fill, and this inside here, every other thing works. You see, this is how to do it. Now we have our gradients that is shining there. So this is the gradient here. I'll copy this, and I'm going to paste it here, but I'll make this absolute. And on absolute, I would position it to the center, drag it down like this, around here, and then take out the Z index, take this 5, 0, right? Good. Now I'm going to bring out the Z index of the rest. So the hero section, the container wrapper, I'm going to bring out the Z index, go to style, Z index, 1, 2. Okay, and the hero contents, and then the image holder. Let's also bring out the Z index. I think 1 is good. Yeah. Now the ellipse as the gradient, I'm just going to drag it down this way. Yeah, so that we get what we actually want. Okay, good. And then I'm going to make this relative and relative, right? I'll reduce the relative because I don't want it to shift. I just want it to be the same on every devices. So let's drag it down. Let's drag it down like this. I want to reduce this. Okay, so if I preview this, we have this, and then you can see, but even if I expand, because I made it relative, it's just going to stay at one place. I don't like the way it's touching the end. I'll reduce this and center this. Still reduce and center. Okay, good. We are there now. Now let's preview. Okay. Yeah, good. This is it. All right then. Now we've made our hero section the way we want. The next thing that we want to do is we want to make it responsive before we start working on the drop downs, right? So I'll start working on the drop down. So let's make it responsive on all devices, so tablets and then phone. Majority of people like to use the agents, but what happens when you don't have enough credits? This is why it's very good to know Framer first before you want to start using the agents, so that you can be the creative director here. You can guide it, direct it, while you know. If you don't know Framer, I mean to say, you cannot tell the agent what to do, because it's going to do what it knows that it's going to do what it was told to do, and then to you feel like, oh, okay, this is good, but really it's not good. You still have to make some corrections here and there, except you're very good with your prompting and direction, right? Yeah, so this, we're going to reduce the padding to 40, and then 40. and also reduce the text breakpoints to 45. One more thing, this is going to go out from pixels to in 1.1. Good. Reduce this to like a 34. And then this is going to be so for some reason this is showing. Can we make this hidden? Anyways, let's just reduce the ellipse. Okay. And then the last one here is going to be a 20 and a 20. And let's reduce this to a 34. Okay, that's it. I said 35, 36. Okay, that works. This to like a 34. These two fits content, and then to a 40, and this to a 28. Okay, now I'm going to reduce this to, that's gonna reduce to 24, and this to 20, and then reduce the padding to a 5. Good. I feel like this image showing down is so small. So what can we do here? Let's set this to a, let me see. Now let's set it to a fixed first, then this guy. Okay, I think this guy should be fixed. You know what? Let's just leave it this way. Let's leave it this way. It's not looking good in my eyes. I don't like the way it's looking. Let's preview this first. Okay. Yeah, it's not bad. All right then. Okay. The gradients, let's reduce it. Let's bring it down. Okay. Now let's go back. We've gotten the responsiveness that we want. The responsive. This is, yeah. So now the next thing that we want to do is let's design the navbar. So because our navbar, the reason we can't click is because the navbar doesn't have the Z index. So I'm going to look for our navbar here, and I'm going to go to Z index and increase it. It should be the highest 10. So now I can double click to go back. Now tablet is going to have the hamburger menu, and we're going to set that up. Go to this, the blue side icon, blue side, rather. I'm going to look for hamburger menu. Okay, good. Let's use this menu though. Yeah, like this. Add start to it. I can give a menu of hamburger, and then let's do a 7. Then let's fit, and then let's fit this. And then the fill color, let's give it 266. Right? And then we'll give it the last thing, which is the previous. Sorry, around here. Good. Now cut this. Let's see. I think white would do. Yeah, white would do the justice. 1.5. 1.2. Now let's cut this and let's paste it. So this is going to be the logo. It's going to be logo / menu. Now inside the logo / menu, I'm going to paste the logo, the hamburger rather, and I'm going to turn off the visibility. Now we're going to be doing the logo here. I'm going to turn on the visibility. I'm going to fill this, excuse me guys, and I'm going to make it the space between the rest of those guys and this button. The button here, and I'm going to hide it. And I'm going to reduce this to a 40 and a 40, and this is going to be 810. Right? Yeah. So for mobile as well, this is going to be a 390, and then a 20. So let's do 20 all through. And then we're going to hide this and this. Now click here. Set something this and this. Right? Now our guy fill this menu, distribute to a space between, and let's turn on the mega menu. Done, right? Yeah. Now we are going to design the drop down, the mega menu before we touch the drop down. So the mega menu, we are going to, so there are two ways. Let me see if Framers they have this. I think they took it out. They used to, probably, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like they took it out though, which is actually a good thing. We did. So to make our guy responsive, I'm going to click here. No, responsive rather. This guy, let's go back to the home page first. Let me see, I can copy this. I'll just copy it. Double click. Right? And then our solution is going to have the overlay. So solution, overlay. Yeah, the overlay now. So the overlay, we're going to, instead of on over, okay, let's make it on over because the instructions said on over. When you over the nav items, the mega menu should show, right? So yeah, we're going to make it on over. So when I over here, I want to now start designing this. So this color is going to be not by the way. Anyway, let's copy this. So this is 16 and just add this BG color. Right, and then the stroke line. You know what the stroke is, by the way. So this is what the corner radius is at 24. Yeah, so this guy here. Okay, come back here and overlay. Now the overlay should come down to come underneath here, something like this. The radius, let's do 22. Anyways, we are just going to try out what works and what does not work. So the border, 6 to 66, and then we start dropping in our guys here, right? Now I'm just going to make this guy a component. Let me copy this. Oh my gosh, copy this. Right click and create components. Then this is going to be drop down icon. Right, so this is going to be default. On default, and this is going to be not press rather. On default, it's going to be no. We're going to have the active or maybe inactive, but let's do active. Now on active, there's no view. Taking out the view. Taking out the view from here. So this is going to be, instead of view, we are using taking out the view, and that's it, right? Now we are using one icon, and we're going to create variable for it. So we're going to be using the lucid icon, drop it here, and probably looking for compliance. No, so I'm not saying compliance. So let's do block. No, Q. Okay, something like that. And then the color is I think we have our icon color here. Yes, good. I'll delete this. I'm going to reduce this to 18, right? Now, what else? Nothing. So this one here would be okay. I think that's all. Let's just take out. Let's leave the border. Let's not be creative here, right? I'm trying out things. So now this guy, the icon, we are going to be creating our icon variable. So icon and then the text variable as well. Text. Plain text. Okay, good. Delete this. Now we have the default on the active state, right? Now Let's go back to our drop down. I just copied this, right? Let me just copy this. Now I'll drop our overlay. I would paste this inside the overlay. By default, this is in layout, and then it's set to fit. And let's do a 4 or 5 space. So this guy duplicates this and this view, and our overlay, let's do what we call the fit. Before that, let's increase this and let's fit it. Maybe so, okay, good. This is going to be the image, right? We're going to place the image. So I'll just delete all of this. On frame, this is going to be the image. So whatever changes that was made here, now our drop down will have to be 2 ways. So this is going to be fill. We're just going to bring in an image. Or let's see, should I use shader? Because in Figma, I use the shaders. I think I should just use shaders. Fill. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. This should have the background color, BG color done. Right. Now I'm going to duplicate this. This is on fill. Duplicate. Don't worry, guys. So this is going to be job casting or job costing. And job costing. Job costing should have a trading stuff. So there's no trade. A chart. There's charts here. You know what? We're just going to replace the icon. So I'll just use this. Yeah. And then I'll make it to be active instead of the default. Also, this is going to be integration. And the QB instead of keyboard, we're going to make it integrate. Okay. I think I'll just do something like this. Yeah. And then the last one is sales. Let's look for a sale. I don't think there's sales here. Let's look for money. Dollars. Okay. Just going to be sale. Okay, select this to select that from default to active, and let's delete the rest. So this, and this delete. Right? This shaders are going to give you another value of like 20. Now that's not all. I've checked and I don't like this, so I'll just remove, I'll double click and I'll take out the what's it called, the padding. That's the border. I'm mistaking padding for border. My god. So the padding, take it out so we have this. There's our guy. Overlay. Okay, good. Now this guy, right click and create components. Let's limit now the item. Now the item. Now this is going to be 1, which is compliance. 1. Now this is also going to be 2, 3, 4 and 5. Right? Now on 5, we're going to stay the same on 4. So it's coming back home and blah blah blah. So this is the interaction here on 1. 1 is going to stay in 1. 2 will go to 2. 3 will go to 3. Let's change it from here. 3 is going to 3. Same thing with 4. Click 24 now. So with 4 is going to, what was I doing? Excuse me, something is okay. So the first part is and then sales, new interaction, new transition, I mean to say 5. 4 is going to, 4 is meant to go to 4. So what am I? I will have just have 4, not 5. I think this is my bad. Let's take this again. So 4 should go to 4. 3 should go to 3. 2 is coming to 2 and 1. So let's see the same thing everywhere. This is going to 2, 4. 4 should go to 4. Yeah, 4 should go to 4. And 3 should go to 3. And also 2 should come to 2. Right? Now I'm going to make this inactive. Take this to active. Then job 2 from default. Click the shaders. Go to assets. Insert rather. Let's use this. So your shaders can be replaced as an image, right? This is what the height says 162. So delete this, right? What's this? The gap. Let me give the corner radius rather. Corner radius is 20. The radius should be 20 here. And let's delete this. Now I'm also going to do the same thing. Integration is going to be default. And then this guy is going to be on active. Integration, let's also change the shaders. 160 height and fill, and then 24 is 20, 20, and then delete this. The last thing, let's look for another down. This the height is going to be 162. And then corner radius is going to be 2, right? It is 20. Which also we use 20. Now sales is going to be activated for default. And this is going to be default family. I'm joking, guys. This is going to be active. Good. Right? So the last thing, okay, this has been done. So this is it here. If I change it, okay, so sales is not clicking. Let's see. So sales should go to around 4. You can also do the renaming, right? Sales is meant to go to around 4. Sales as well. Okay. Integration here. Integration here. Integration. Job casting there. Job casting, okay. Job casting and also job casting, right? Yeah. Integration is coming back here. So let's preview. So job custom integration. So as integration, sales is not working. So activate, yeah, that's true. Click. No. So we should go to 4, right? Okay, so let's check it out. So sales is working now. This is working. This is working. This is working. So I don't know why this is icon. Let's check it again. I think we should just set this. Let's just give it the default color, background color. Yes. Let's check again. So this, yeah. I think this glitch is happening because it's like thing. But yeah, this has been done. So if I check here, this, can you see now, guys? Can you see? This is how to do you have to do this, bring this guy to life, right? Now, because we set it to on over, so it's going to go out, right? On over. If we want it to stay, let's see, can we make it stay? Manage it. Value. Yeah, can make it stay. So when you click out, it's going to go out. So this dismiss on click is going to go out, and then when you click, then you go up here. Yep. So if I preview again, let's see this. So it's not going to disappear on its own, or like click out, right? Yep. Now let's work on the rest. We've gotten one. Let's do the same thing. So we've done this. This is the sources, right? Now I'm also going to, okay, no need. I'm just going to delete this, bring this here just so I can see the things that we did that was done. I'll just copy this guy here. You can also do the same thing to make this a components, but no, we're not going to be doing any components here. Okay, let's make this guy a component immediately. So this is going to be the image holder, right? Can we make shaders a component, a variant? I don't think we can, so we have to create. I'm going to check. So this image holder, let's add our shaders. Let's add this inside here. This guy outside. We're going to delete this image holder. What have I done? This is the image holder, right? Then this is the one. Right click. Let's remove stack first. Image holder. Oh, okay. Okay, I get. So image shaders. Drag shaders here first. And then if I fill this, click mode. And then the image is what? Let's check on fixed. I can't do one. Anyways, I'm just going to reduce this. What's going on? Okay, I think I know what the issue is, right? So there's something going on here. Let's click. I'm going to duplicate this. Yeah, so this is going to be the image holder. This one is going to be the content wrapper. Right, now the image holder, I'm just going to delete this. Now this image holder is going to be at the top, right? On fill, I'm going to take out the text. Now I'm going to bring in the shaders. I'm going to fill it. Right, yeah, then yeah, this is good. Now the radius should be like around 20. And I didn't take out the padding. Now this is going to be on fill, right? Now the image holder, the content wrapper, yes, can make this. If we make this fit content, now there's a fill. Yeah, so that's going to. Anyways, we can make this. Okay, we can give it fit content. Yeah, while the shaders can increase it. Good. Now the content wrapper, right click and create components. We can okay, so let's not split. Okay, I think I have a better idea. This will give it the effect on over. But let's get an over now. It's not going to give us color. Like I don't want to use this. Right click and then create components. Get to the components default. Then we can just do the over split. Now the over, we want this over to have color. Go to style and let's add the fill. And let's do. I don't want to do this. I want to do it. This guy, let's take out the fill. And then this other guy as well. Let's take out the fill. Okay. But over should give me something like this. But we're going to have to increase the corner radius to like 4. I don't think this is good to. Okay, it seems this guy we're going to increase the border. I mean the padding. So, so I'll also do the same thing here. So we have 14 and 12. 14, 12, 14. Okay, let's just do it 14, 14 all through. Same thing here. Let's do it 14. That's the idea. And then let's also make this corner radius to be 20. Perfect. Was it 20 I used? Okay, 24. 24. Good. We, that's it. We are not done. Let's go back. We have covered this. As I was saying, can we make sure that the components? Oh no, we can't, right? The variance we can't, unfortunately. So, but then I'll be doing the same thing here. This is also the content wrap through. The image, we're going to, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to copy this image order, bring it here, the content wrap, paste it here, bring it up, and delete this. Delete, what is the fixes? The height is 1, 2, 3. So let's do a 1, 2, 3 height. Now go to shaders and let's bring in something like this inside here and fill. And then the height is 1, 2, 3. Delete this one. This one is 20 corner radius. The 20 corner radius 20. The other ones here should be on fill. And yeah, that's all. This other one as well is going to use the academic blah blah blah. So let's go here and let's do 9 by 10. Drop them by 10. Yep. What's this? And let's fill this guy here. Then let's paste here. Right? And then let's also fill this guy. Fill, take it up. So we're looking for, we're going to change this to academic. Academy. What am I typing? Academy. Academy and academy. School. Graduate. Yeah. Right, it's quite easy. But then we're going to change to active. Duplicate this. It's going to be change log. Change log. I'm looking for something like change. There's no change. Let's do it with log. There's no log. Let's do it. I'm just going to look for an icon. That depicts that. Let's see. You know what? Let's just use the icon should be here. I've seen an icon to use the but I want to see if we can get that. Yeah, we can. So it's more like it's this, yeah, just that the icon, yeah, so good. Very good. Very, very good. Now delete this. Perfect, right? Now the last thing that we want to do is make this guy a component. We should create component for this. So right click, create components. This guy is going to be, go to styles. This guy is going to be a 20 corner radius. And then this guy is going to be a 14. Go for a 14. And on a 24 rather. A 24. And default color should be background color. Now by default, we should have over. The over should have this color. Right, take out the fill color for this. And also do the same thing for the image holder. Take out the fill color. There we go. Good. Now that we are done with this, guys, what I want to do is copy this container. This one should be the text info, whatever. This is also going to be wrapper. So this and this, copy this, right? going to paste it. So the gap is like 6. Now this guy also do the same thing. No cursor overlay. The overlay should have this background color, the background color, and then it should have the border of 266. And then we should give it layout, and yeah, the direction should be this. We should increase this, and let's print this guy here. Good. Now click on the overlay and give it width, fit the height, and you can still increase this so that I can have something like that. Alright, so let's check. This is 471, 471, and then it has a padding of 12. It has a padding of 12. So we'll do this to give this guy the same pattern of 12. Good. And let's see. We should increase the corner radius. Corner radius is what is 24. Click here and increase the corner radius like it's 24. Very good and perfect. Now the last thing is the gap should be a 5. Oh, let's just make it 10. Let's make it 10. What am I doing? Okay, let's make it 10. 10, 10. Good. And then we go back to this on over. Okay, should be click. Now I want to check one more thing. So this guy, the over, okay. So this guy here should be, so the spacing is 29. Let's do it 30. Also, let's come here and check. The spacing is 19, 21, 21, 30. Right? Perfect. Now, if we go back home, preview this, we have this. Click out, we have this. Hey, over. Can you see guys? So this guy on, okay, so we don't have the over state. We only have the, let's just go create the over for that guy. To come here, go to drop down icon, and then we have this. Let's do on over should have the same color pattern, right? Yeah. And let me just give it inner shadow, right? Yep. Then if I preview this, I realize over not still working. Okay, I think I need to do the same thing, but this I'll just copy the style and on active over, right click and paste the style. Right, so now let's preview this. Yeah, good. What I'm talking about, so that we should individually get this. Click out this as well, right? Yep. So I also feel like the stay in one place is not a good thing. So I'm just going to make it auto. When you take out your mouse immediately, it should follow your mouse and disappear. So also dismiss immediately. Right, so we are done with this. The last thing we want to do is the drop down for this, right? Now to drop down, we're just going to click here, variant, drag it underneath here. I like to do this by the way. So tablets, drop down, right? Our tablet drop down. Where did we hide this guy? Navigation and the button. Let's make it visible. So by default, there's something that we did not do. Let's go back here. So by default, I'm going to wrap these guys in a container, and this stack is going to be the container wrapper. And on the container wrapper, we are going to have max width of 0.5, right? Yeah. Good. Now come back here. Container wrapper should be this, right? And then let's center align this. Give them center. This guy, center align it. Also this guy, let's drop this, right? Let's drop this guy here. And I want to take this to the left, by the way. And I want it to be on start. Now I'm going to design this guy separately. So this guy, instead of it to be like this, no, it's not going to be like this. We're going to take out the images and just drop them. Or we can still leave the images, but it's going to be, let's be creative on how we can go about this. Now this guy here, right? I'm going to right click this link and make it, oh my gosh, okay. I'm going to right click this. So I can't detach it from Canva, guys. We have to create a new one, right? Let's bring this outside. Now right click, let's click and create components. Creating components, what we want to do is when you click, this is going to be default, and when you click, this is going to be like the active one, click or anything. This is going to the chevron is going to go up, right? And we're going to have the contents below. The contents below. So let's see something. No, go back home. You drop down. So I'm going to take out the padding and I'm going to increase the text, all of it. I'm going to increase this guy to a 24. Nah, 24 is too much, to 18. And we do not use so we've been using the wrong, what we are using is outfits. Yeah, I did not check. Okay, so outfits. That's the, not this. Yep. Let's go back. So we're using an outfit to see whatever changes I'm making here is affecting the others, right? So you make your changes in the primary and it's going to affect every other thing. Also, the name should be an outfit. Good. Now this guy, as I was saying, increase it to, let's do 20 and let's just stop there. Yeah, 15 is good. Now we're trying to make something a component. This guy. So we have solutions and then we have resources, right? So I'm going to make for solutions first, and I'm going to copy solutions drop down. Solutions drop down. Let's copy. I'm just going to copy the drop down. Yeah. The solution drop down is going to be, let's go back here. Let's paste to here. Yeah, I thought I copied this. Solution, Vanalva. Copy. Double click here. And then the solutions. This is drop down. Let's paste here. Come on, guys. This is not pasting. You know what? I'm just going to copy directly from the Figma design. But I need the icons, so you know what? This is what I'm going to do. This guy. Oh, I see. Copy now. And then it's going to paste now. Oh, see me. Let's drag this guy down. Good. Now this guy here. So this drop down now is going to just have this, right? So we don't need this component. I'm just going to detach this from a variant, drag it outside, and can we detach? Oh, okay. So yeah, it's already detached from its variant. So copy this, and I'll just paste it. Then change the direction to vertical and to the left. Right now, the resources and the chevron icon not an issue. So this and this, put in a stack. The text and the icon is stack, and let's take it to a horizontal and a space between. Then we are going to give this guy, although I like to wrap this in a container, this guy, our default, what's going on here? Stack. Yeah, the stack should be on foot. Good. Now this guy, the stack, and this guy. Anyways, let's just keep that. So this should be, let's give it padding of this. Now I'm going to take out the fill. I want to detach this guy from okay, so I feel like I can detach this. Right click and so I have to do it, detach it individually. Right click, detach, right click, detach, right click, detach, right click, and then detach. Let's copy them back. Take this away and paste it here. So this guy, I'm going to take out the fill color for this and just put it like this. Let's take out the job casting. Job casting should be what icon did we use here? We use chat. That's something like this. If that, then integration, what icon? We use square dash. Integration, the icon, square dash. If that, and the last one is money, July. If that's good. Now we don't really need the images, right? That's what I've been saying. We don't need for the image to show. No, we don't. I just want it to be plain like this. Right? Yeah. It should be like a 16 or 14. Now if I click here, let's delete this, delete the overlay. That's what should be. Okay, that's been deleted. If I click on the chevron, it should open this. If I also click back to close, it should close here. Right? Yeah. So I've done this cut and I'm going to paste it inside here. It is going to be, instead of solution, it's going to be, instead of resource, it's going to be solution. Solution. Right? Yeah. Let's fill. If you're filling this, I'll bring it here. Let's take it to start. I can as well make this, I can as well fill this. And I can make this guy space between. Right? So it just goes, it's not going where I want it to go. So start space between. No, start is fine. Just this guy to space between. Let's see. Still staying there. So the stack space between the text on fill, even if it's on fit, we do want it to be space between the start and left align, fill. The text fill back fill this you fill this or you fill this individual, this drop down and fill, and then the drop down items on fill the text. Oh god, just so can not about this on fill, then expand this. Okay, yeah, done. That's what I wanted to do. Press it, drop down, and it works. Okay, good. Now I'm also going to do the same thing for solution, for what's it called, for resources, and do the same. I think it's just resources, right? So it's the same thing, just the words, just the text. No need for those images to show. I'm going to come go to assets, contents wrap. No. This guy overlay should copy, and let's bring out the resources outside and create components. This is going to be default, and then this is going to be the active, right? Like on drop down. So this, the chevron is going to go up, and let's paste this guy. That's one of my annoyances. This. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead with the help center, this developer, blah 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 ish. Can I detach? Yeah, detach. Also detach this. So this copy and paste here. And as always, the usual thing to do, this and this is going to be together. Fill space between, and then this guy come down here. Why this guy is going to fill out, right? So I can just quickly do a checkbox and see what was used here. I can as well copy this style so that I can so I can copy the spacing and every other thing. Spacing, adjust the spacing. Good. That I can also copy this guy here. Copy. We're going to reduce the. We're going to be reducing the gap. News. Bring it up here. On fill, not the gap, the padding. So let's just use 8. And also let's copy the last one. This guy. Yeah. Copy the last one. Go up. And here you go up. And this should be 8. Right, then you can make use of those guys. Let's just fill out the concept. Right? Good. The last thing is to reduce this 14 medium. Okay. I think they're done with this guy here. Right, yeah. So now the last thing is to connect them. Let's delete this view value. Now chevron on the direction would be on click. You should go to active. Then this one when you click back, and click out back, goes back to default. Right, then we're going to fix the height of the stack. It's already on fix here. So why didn't it be open here? Fix the height. Good. Now let's come back home. So I'll cut this and I'm going to paste it inside here. I'm going to set it to fill. One more thing. This guy here will be on space between. Okay. Let's see. Look at me, that's an on fill. So this guy on space between. What else is on space between here? It's fill. Start. And also the back. To the left. Back. Voila, done. Right, it should come up. Now this is 20. I would come here, increase this to 20. Go back one. Also increase this to 20. Good. Now to be sure that this is how it fits. Yeah. I'm going to delete this to go out. Yeah. Now take this guy to the left, start and align it to the left, and also work on the gap. Let's just do 24, and the drop down should be up 40. Okay, good. Now I can also, I will copy this for mobile, right? I'll just add for this. This is going to be mobile drop down, right? Then I'm going to make the rest of the things visible. Container wrapper, navigation and right. Navigation and right, make it visible. Container wrapper, take the direction to this. Take it here and start this guy. This start and fill. Container wrapper, let's give it gap of like 24. This guy should be there and start. Now I'm going to look for, I'm just going to hide these two, right? Hide it. Then the link that we use for this guy, then take it up. Move it up. This first link, this one go up. This other one come down here. Then increase this to also 20. Yeah, done. Okay. Now if we do, so let's now connect this. So this guy should be on X. That's close. We'll close here. And then let's also close. Good. Now if I click here, it takes me interaction, new transition. On click, you should go to tablet drop down. And then tablet drop down on click, it should also take me, it should take me back to tablets. Same thing goes for this guy. On click, it should take me back to mobile. And mobile on click, mobile should take me to mobile drop down. Now one more thing, we need to add the background color. The background color here. So instead of this, let's make it 100. Yep, done. So let's check what we've done. So now we can come here and change this to tablet. So this is going to be it there. And this is going to be 390 watts mobile. So this, right, the drop down, this, perfect. This, perfect. Same thing here. This, perfect. This, perfect. But you check, the nav bar is misbehaving. So one last thing, although I don't like the space, I'm going to increase the space, like the gap I gave these guys to be 20, not 200. 20, and let's do 32. Also do the same thing. Let's do a 16. Let me do 20. 20 is fine. And a 32. Right, good. And then lastly, I'm going to make this, set the value here again. 0, 0, and then the top 2 is 0. If I preview this, you'll see I no longer in again. Right? Yeah, good. This is how to set up your nav bar. Also this. Perfect. So the 24/30 day challenge task has been done. And then I hope that for anyone that was finding it difficult to achieve this, with this video, you would know, you've learned how to design your hero section, your crypto, your Web3, your fintech with Gradient, and also how to design your mega menu drop down. Yeah, guys, that's it for today. See you guys in the next one. Bye.